Nice view. Well, peaceful anyway. Guess what? Well then, my very dearest one, you, the human being, I believe do exist. Someone, somewhere, had those pictures taken, and you are a real human being. Now, you've clearly reawakened in me this longing for a woman in my life, a lifetime partner. I tried it once and it was a total... So, I'm going to proceed on the basis that you do exist, and okay, there's a scam thing going on, but it's entirely possible you know nothing about it. So, how about trying to find you? Anyway, I'm not going to bust a gut over that just yet. If it's meant to be, it will be, and if not, not. Actually, it's too much. Now, as I've already made clear, I communicate best just through speaking. I don't know what will come into my spirit to say or not, or whatever, or how I say it, or something or other, or whatever. But my greatest gift is my faith, but then it's my personality, so that is what I am, really. And I would dearly love to have someone to share my life with. All the stuff in your letters. Someone somewhere has researched this. About just holy handies and sharing a home meal together and candlelight and meeting you at the bus stop with an umbrella because it's raining and I don't know, all this stuff. Oh, particularly the chopping of wood. And then your mother, speaking to your mother, and your mother was very quiet. How wonderful you said I was. And your mother was very quiet. And then she says you never had such shiny eyes. Well, okay, someone's a good romance story writer then, whoever they are. Maybe it's not a fat old toad. The IP address is meant to be in Buenos Aires, South America, Argentina, for heaven's sake. And then later on, apparently, this nechnaya.alexandra@gmail.com entity starts asking for money and stuff. Well, you didn't do that, actually. Specifically with me, I offered to buy you a mobile phone, and you said no. It's too early in a relationship. The fact that your internet at home was down, the fact that you'd apparently had your handbag stolen, lost your phone, you could have bought another one yourself, and the fact that no one has been watching these films of mine. I was posting them daily. Now, if you were falling in love with me, you would have been jolly watching them. I know what it's like. So clearly, whoever it was not in the slightest interested in what I've got to say. Slightest bit interested. Howsoever, I've had some rest now. It's Monday morning, whatever it is, 20th of July 2020. I've got one more night here in a nice little hotel. In Kings Lynn, Norfolk, where my father's family came from. I shall go up to a place called Hunston or Hunstanton, depending, but up on the coast by bus. Just have my little day out. The forecast weather is super. Nice, dry, not too hot, not too cold. And there we are. So I am putting this matter into perspective. Your first email arrived on Thursday, the 11th of this month, June rather, 5 weeks ago now, 5 weeks ago on last Thursday. It has raised in me these deep longings for a home life. A beautiful woman, which you clearly are. The pictures depict a beautiful woman, young woman, 28 you say. I keep saying I'm 63, so I'm jolly old, but, you know, in the scammers report, it's apparently the standard practice of whoever not to respond. I asked, did you have a picture of your mother? And you see, without a mobile, then you've got an excuse for not speaking to me directly over these machines, i.e., whoever it is perpetrating these scams clearly cannot reproduce an actual human being speaking what has been written beautifully in the letters. I've never received an email, a letter of that nature. I haven't actually deleted them. Anyway, I made a very powerful film last night, the End Times, on my main site, Christian Broadcasting Place. Collared Dove, come to listen. Nature's wonderful. Nature's really quite extraordinary. Barely hear anything other than bird sounds. Seagull going over. They're such beautiful flyers. They're actually brutes, the old seagull. Great big bird, and if you're eating, poof. But they just fly so beautifully. This jolly collared dove is listening in. Cheeky monkey. They want company too, animals. Horses, very much. If only you talk to them properly. I can do something called horse whispering. I've ridden wild creatures just from scratch. You just take your time, and once they trust you, you end up breathing into each other's nostrils. You start off side on, your shoulders side on, so they don't see a great big you. They see you, and then they want to come and investigate. They want to be loved and cared for and sort of, loved basically by us lot, the humans. It's a very ancient association between man and horse. Right, it's early in the morning as usual. I've been up since 4, I think, a.m. But I've had some rest. So, come what may, this is the only day we have. The worries of yesterday have gone. The worries of tomorrow haven't happened. So let the worries of today be sufficient unto the day. I think that's a good note to end on. And I shall probably post more stuff, just because that's the way I am. I want to share. Walking hand in hand, I shall go up to the beach, paddle my paws in the sea with any luck. And yes, it would be absolutely wonderful to be able to share that with another human being, a woman, specifically. The relationship between men is quite different, or jolly well ought to be. I don't know if I've touched on it yet, but I mean, the idea of two men kissing and cuddling just totally gives me the horrors. It is what God intended, man and woman. That's how the human race continues. Yes, and to make love, etc. But it's the friendship, the companionship. I met a lovely old gentleman. There's this lovely walk through a park here up to town. Beautiful, beautiful big old trees. Beautiful, the grass all beautifully mown and so on. And he'd lost his life's partner of 50-something years. Well, life hasn't given me that. I've actually known a number of women, as it were, through the years, one by one. And clearly I need this. I long for it anyway. I've taught myself to do without it, but I long for that companionship, that friendship, that, I found the Russian word for it, soulmate. Dusha is soul in Russian, isn't it? So, there we are. Life continues, life goes on, and I shall close for now. Cheerio. Peaceful scene. From your very loving old Francis. Amen.